Morning guys, what's going on? I'm Jaspas, your online Kerker, and welcome back to the vlog. Welcome to NDO's new studio, the new White Room studio. Really nice looking, isn't it? Some of you haters out there are probably thinking to yourself like, no Jaspas, that's not your new studio. Isn't that the swimming pool downstairs from your house? And to them I say, no, this is NDO's new studio. Some other haters out there might be saying stuff like, Jaspas is not even that bright, why are you wearing sunglasses? And to those haters, I have to say, I'm not wearing sunglasses, I'm wearing real 3D glasses. You know, just so I can see the world in real 3D. Today, we'll be digging into that awesome brick of playing cards that Art of Play sent and be looking at this deck of cards titled Art and Machine by RyanHewlett.com. Is it focused? I can't tell because of the 3D glasses. The 3D glasses sort of makes it difficult to check the focus on the screen. Also, the sky is really bright compared to the screen, so alright, so let's take a look at the Art and Machine cards. This is what the case looks like. Interesting graphic design down the front. You see that cross right here. And at the bottom it says Art and Machine in a dark brown. On the side of the cards is some typography. And on the back is a simple story about how this deck came to be. On the other side of the deck, it clearly states that this is 52 playing cards, in case some of you guys out there can't tell what this is. Now let's take the cellophane off. There we go. Nope, not bad. It wasn't very clear before, but once I took off the cellophane, it became very apparent that this case is made of a very beautiful matte finish. Very nice. And there is some sort of embossing that is going on the surface of this white cross. I like that. Pretty good. Alright, now let's open this deck of playing cards up. Oof, crisp. And before I look at the backs, let's take a look at the faces of the cards. What's beautiful about this deck of playing cards is that on every single card, there's some meaningful and beautiful typography going on. If we read the back of the case, it states that the mission of this deck is to look at 4 specific moments in the history of art and design as it has wrestled to incorporate machine technology. Each suit in this deck focuses on one of these 4 moments: the new typography of the Bauhaus era, mid-century book cover design, very exciting stuff, the late 20th century silkscreen poster aesthetic. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but when I was going through art school, I actually had to do silkscreen, and my gosh, I do love myself some beautiful silkscreen. And contemporary art and design in the age of mobile. Very interesting. I'm actually really curious to see what graphic design in the age of mobile looks like. Let's first take a look at what the cards look like. This is a 2 of spades, 3 of spades, 4 of spades, 5 of spades. While I do appreciate good graphic design, I'm not trained in the history of graphic design, so I don't really get the references that they are making on each card. Oh wow, if I look at this 7 of hearts using my 3D glasses, this almost looks 3D. Wow, this is really cool. The Ace of Clubs is really interesting. It almost looks like it was designed using a stencil. I guess that's the intention that they had. Ooh, interesting. I guess diamonds represents the digital age, the mobile age, as they call it. I don't get it. Ah, the Joker. I almost forgot that there are Jokers and ad cards. So let's take a look. There's this Joker over here, the Joker over here, Very radically different design. This one looks like a type printer, thin serif font, and this is much more modern, blocky sans serif design pattern. Moving along. Oh, so they do explain it. So the spades cards are the Bauhaus era, the hearts are the mid-century, clubs are the late 20th century, and diamonds is contemporary typography. Now, let's take a look at the backs of the cards. The backs of the cards are very simple. A nice bold orange with that same cross design that we saw on the box of the cards. Of course, on the cards they are not embossed, whereas on this, they are. Now, one of the reasons why I chose to film this video in our new studio space, as it would come as a surprise to most of you guys, is not because of that guy swimming over there. Instead, it is because orange is the complementary color of blue. Now, to cardists such as myself, we are more concerned with how the card design affects the way our cardistry looks. And as far as the back of the cards go, this deck is actually a really simply designed deck of playing cards. A simple white border goes around the entire deck with a strong, solid, single back color. Not dissimilar to the multitude of decks that are basically a logo and a single color in the background. Where the Art and Machine deck put its own spin on the cards is that instead of having a logo up here and here, it has a rotationally symmetrical logo design, so it is able to put its design right in the middle of the card. While this difference may seem small to most people, this difference in shifting the logos from up here and here to the center does give the deck its own aesthetic. And for cardists, this provides us some interesting differences that we can play with. Now, before we start playing with the deck of playing cards, let's talk about how the cards feel. This deck is softer than yesterday's Orbit deck 5th edition, and it smells like standard USPCC playing cards. The edges feel like standard USPCC playing cards, and the fanability feels like standard USPCC playing cards. This deck, however, is crush stock, which is not standard USPCC, but it should be made into the standard of USPCC playing cards. Come on, USPCC, seriously, just make all bicycle cards crush stock. Even your normal bicycle cards crush stock. Then we can start telling all the beginners that if you want to get a simple, really good deck of playing cards as your first deck, just get the standard bicycle cards. Because crush stock is an amazing starting point for every single cardist. I'm just saying. Now let's take a look at what the cards look like in movement. Normally, because the logos are here and here, this creates the problem of when you're doing a cut like this, part of the logo is always covered by the next card. However, because the Art and Machine playing cards has shifted the logo to the center, the logo of the Art and Machine cards are easily viewable regardless of what move you're doing. Oh no, not the wind! Oh, come back! Also, I'd like to tell you guys that these cards are not waterproof, so you should not drop them in water or douse them in a swimming pool. At least it makes a great thumbnail. Nice thumbnail. Wow, damn it, the fact that the logo is in the middle really does make the cards look much more interesting in movement. Damn, should have thought of that. And the fact that the logo is right in the middle makes it easy to be viewable regardless of what kind of movements you're doing, see? Whoa. Not only the visibility, the fact that the logo is across like this makes a lot of spinning moves like this look ultra good. Let's look at turning over the cards over and over in my hands. Looks epic. And I'm not even doing it very fast, and it's not difficult either. There is, however, a downside to having your logo right in the middle of the cards, and that is boom boom. In fans, even if you use half a deck and you spread the cards as far as you can, you won't be able to see the logos on the cards underneath here. And to be fair, that's not really a very big problem. It's just a side effect of having the logos in the center. Even that looks good, what? Now we've seen how the back of the cards help improve your cardistry, but what about the faces? Yeah. No. The faces really don't work for cardistry. Alright then, so let's summarize. Art and machine playing cards. Who is it for? Is it for magicians? No. Is it for cardists? No. Is it for collectors? Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, if you think about it, this deck isn't even good for playing cards with. It's much harder to read these cards than it is to read a normal deck of, say, bicycles, Aladdins, aviators. Any deck of playing cards would be much easier to read than these ones. However, what it does lose in terms of legibility, it does make up in very interesting design. This deck, I feel, is much more of a talking piece, especially if you have graphic designer friends. Take this deck out and show it to them, and I think they might have the biggest nerdgasm of their life. Alright guys, so that's my take on art and machine playing cards. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like on this video. If you enjoyed the videography aspect of the video, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what goes on in your head. Until next time, I'm Jaspas, your online Keke, and Keke will talk to you. Oh wow, that looked interesting. Do you see that? The orange and white like lines, the contrast between the orange and white as it flips. Wow, that was kind of cool.